Hi guys, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It is Monday night and our weekly Q&A. This week we are hitting Prime Week. It's really like Black Friday in July. That is what I went ahead and just titled our video for tonight because that is what the retail industry would like you to think that this week is. Why? It's to start off their worst quarter of the year with a really big sales bump. But the plus side for us is that it actually is some of the best deals that we see all year. Many of the sales that we're going to see, Walmart, Target, Amazon, Best Buy, Kohl's, these deals are going to mirror their Black Friday, their top holiday offers. Some of them are actually going to end up beating this coming holidays prices, and a piece of that is that we do have tariffs that are going to go in to effect now August 1st. Those are going to be minimal in some categories and high in others. So for example, if there are some electronics that you want, this is actually a great time to go ahead and grab electronic items with this mid-year sale. There will be some new models coming out. So there are a few brands that I may tell you to step back and wait on. One of those, let's just go ahead and hit it, is Apple products. Apple always releases new products in early September. The new products that are expected this September are a new Apple Watch and a new iPhone. Now, I wouldn't really look for iPhone deals this particular week anyway. So if you're waiting for a phone, you know, it's probably not on your list of things that you're grabbing right now, but that Apple Watch could be. And we're seeing a lot of discounts on the current Apple Watch 10. Expect an Apple Watch 11 this fall. So if you are a latest and greatest kind of person, you're gonna be really bummed if you buy the 10 on a great price now, only to find a new version of the watch coming out in like 3 months. So just keep that in mind. But what it could mean is the prices that we're seeing on the 10 this week actually go lower when that new watch is released. So things to consider if an Apple Watch is on your list. They're not expecting a lot of new things in the like AirPod, Beats lines, really just those two big things this fall. Apple has moved a lot of their big launches to their spring release, and we already saw those. So, those are the big ones to wait on. Lots of great deals, though, that we're already seeing in almost every other category. And we won't see a lot of brands releasing brand new products, except in the toy category. Those tend to come out in September and October as well. However, for most of us, you're not really sitting here and grabbing Christmas hot toys this week. We will see some toy sales, but we're not going to see the lowest prices on toys this week. What we're going to see is great prices on like classic toys. So Lego and those big brands that you wanted and your kids still want, those are on sale. It's just not our brand new toys. It's not our toys linked with movies. It's not, whatever the random hot toy is that your kids are going to decide they need. Those are things that I would also wait on towards the end of the year. So let's dive into what we are seeing. And hello for everyone else that's chiming in, to Wendy's. Happy to have you both join me tonight. And Anna, honestly, Anna, it's been really dry here. We have missed a lot of the rain. So I am okay with that. And I hope other people are doing okay where they are. But it avoided our section a bit. So we are very good and just hot. That's where it is in our world. So let's dive in. I will say for deals, Walmart has already started, guys. So if you've got Walmart Plus, it's live. Early access went live about an hour and a half ago. There are some deals that I do expect will sell out, and there are some that they're already using gates on, meaning that you're gonna get in line and you're gonna have to wait until it's your turn to check out. The biggest one for that is Switch 2 consoles. So if you're waiting for a Nintendo Switch 2, they are on sale right now. I think it's $4.99. For that, where the regular price is like $6.99. So if that is on your list, hop in line. It is the best price we're gonna see. We're not gonna see that Switch 2 go any lower. It is their like sale price point for the year. It is a brand new console that just came out within the last like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe not even that long ago. if this is on your list, first off, this is a big one for me. I have so many people that ask for deals on this, and then the very next thing they ask for is how do I make ends meet and how do I reach my grocery budget. This is a $500 gaming console, so even on sale, guys, this really needs to be a do we need this item? Now, this is coming from a family who has 0 gaming consoles in the house, so I know that I'm not the one to speak there. And if you're a big gaming household, maybe you've been really looking forward to this one. Just realize if you are an early adopter, there will always be a better deal. So if you're willing to wait for this Switch 2 console and you want to get the best price, it's to wait until after Christmas this year. It will go lower. As soon as this year's Christmas passes and we enter into 2026, that console is no longer a new release. It is now technically a year old. It is 2025. Doesn't mean we're going to see a Switch 3 anytime soon, but we are going to see the sales increase on that item as soon as we get past this Christmas. So maybe that's not what your kids want to hear, but I do want you to know there will be better prices. And that's just the case with any new release. The people who are willing to pay for it, they're always happy to have you do it. And it's not always the best price that we're going to see. If you'll just wait another 6 months, that price will go lower. Okay. And good to have you, Kathy. I'm glad you could join in. It's a fun week with all the deals. So what I could use for your help, as I already see it, is Amanda chiming in. If there are things in particular that you're looking for this week, I would love to tell you what the deals that we expect are. I will say I know all of the Amazon deals, upwards of like 1 million of them. It's all in a spreadsheet. I'm not allowed to be super specific because those deals don't go live until the middle of the night tonight, but I can give you a heads up on what you're looking for and maybe some brands to keep an eye on. And again, the Walmart deals are already live. The Target deals also already live there. So we'll try to help if we can across the board on whatever you're wanting. So Amanda, let's start with yours since you jumped in first. You're looking for a deal on a robot vacuum mop that is also pet friendly. So we do already have some that are up on the Walmart side. One thing that I will warn all of you on those vacuum mop any vacuum deals, we've got a lot of unique brands that have entered this market. Please look at reviews. So don't just dive right into whichever one is the best price, because you're going to end up having to repair it pretty quickly on some of these, and it's going to be a little frustrating because you will have just purchased it. So on that one, I would stick with ones that have a number of reviews. In these categories, when we're talking vacuums in particular, I would actually say you're looking for hundreds of reviews, not like 70. We want a lot. We want to know that this is a good product that has been used, a number of times, that people have tried it, that they have seen that it does or it doesn't work. So just a warning there as you dive in. Let's see. So the big ones that most people would use, we've got iRobots, we have Roborox. Those are the two big vacuum mop brands, and Shark. All three of those, iRobot, Roborock, and Shark. 3 biggest brands in that dual purpose vacuum. We are seeing the lowest price year to date on iRobots that will start. So one in particular, maybe starting tomorrow, 44% off, getting down to an iRobot Roomba combo as low as $249 tomorrow on Amazon, Amanda. So that's probably your best deal. That's the Roomba 104 model. You're going to see 50% off on the 504 model. Some of these have already started actually. So if you do pop over, they started a little early. A lot of these products, they know that you're not looking at buying them in this like 2-hour window, right? You're looking at buying them a little longer. You're going to ponder your purchase and make sure that it is what you're wanting to grab. So let's see, I will stick 1 or 2 in the comments for you. So this is one of the iRobots, the cheaper of the two. if you went there, and I'll pull this one up and show it to you as well. So that's the 104 already started, and probably your cheapest option. Not sure what price point you're wanting to spend, but $249. Keep in mind, all of our Prime deals are Prime exclusive. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, you would not be able to get that price. If you're wanting that price somewhere else, there is a chance that Walmart, Best Buy, Target may also offer the deals. So if you don't have Prime and you see a sale on Prime that you want, your next goal is either do a Google image search on that product or just do a Google search on the product model and see what you pull up around the web. If you can find it somewhere else at that price, perfect. You may be able to get close, but not that exact price. So consider other rewards that those sites might be running. Like, for example, Kohl's may have a very similar price, but is offering you Kohl's cash back. So maybe that starts to hit that Amazon Prime exclusive price, helps you to get the deal without having Prime for anyone that is in that boat. So this one, 44% off, $249, regularly $449. I know I was telling you I would go in the hundreds on reviews. This one only has 51. So do a little bit of research to see how long some of these models have been out as well. These dual mode mop vacuums, they're very hit and miss. People either love them or they hate them. So I'm hoping you've done some research on that too, if this is on your list of things you want. Let me see, I'll pull up your other option too. So that's the 104. The 504 is kind of even fancier, but the 504 is also a chunk off. So this is the other, well, it's hard for me to type and talk today. This one will get you over that 50% off mark, I'm pretty sure. Oh, right at it, right at that 50% off mark. So this is the 504 vacuum. Oh, this one isn't a mop as well. Sorry, it is just the vacuum and with the self-empty. So I'll keep digging. But there are a number, if you get onto Amazon and you start to look at iRobot, they are one of the brands that has particularly linked with Amazon to run a number of these deals. All of them will end on the 11th. So today is the 7th. You have 4 days. Almost every single deal, even the ones that started early, are set to end on the 11th. So if you're wondering how long you have to wait, that gives you an idea. On the Walmart side, just to show you that one, I would actually recommend for Walmart that you head over and you use the searches that are at the top. I'm currently in the electronics category, but let's back up. And you will see categories on everything, home improvement. So use these searches at the top. There's a ton in here. I was actually chatting with someone who helps me right as the deals went up, and we both agree this is actually one of the best sales that we've seen Walmart run. It's a lot of their top selling items, not like clearance items, not I want to say not the junk items, but things that actually sell, things that actually do well. Walmart's put them all on sale. So they really are coming to play this week. So I wouldn't look past them. I wouldn't just focus on Amazon. I would head over and see what they're running too. From their deals page, it's pretty easy to search across whatever they're running, but kind of stick with home if you're looking for vacuums and go that route. There is a vacuum that's actually directly, there's a couple that are directly on the homepage. And there's one that is a vacuum mop, and this is actually what made me start with my warning on brands because it's crazy cheap. Now I can't see it. It's obviously gonna hide from me. Crazy cheap, but a brand that you've never heard of. And you're like, I don't know about that. Let's actually look at some reviews before we dive in on that one. Okay. Any Prime deals on self-cleaning litter boxes? So yes, there is a deal actually on the Walmart side for that. And I think we'll see some others as well with self-cleaning litter boxes. We saw quite a few on the last sale that they ran. Yes. So this is the biggest one. It is an early access on the Walmart side. I think you'll see some similar ones over on the Amazon side as well, but hundreds of ratings here, 672 ratings, 4.5 stars, and it is currently $239, regularly $469. So let's see, this is our, I'm gonna stick in your link here for a self-cleaning litter box. So that is one that I would recommend. It has a lot of good reviews. We've seen other people rave about it as well. So that's kind of my example of Walmart came with some of their best rather than just some of their weirdest. And I will say, I don't have one of these, but I had someone mention it recently in their splurge items that they would totally say was worth every dollar. I have outdoor cats. I don't have an indoor cat. So if I had one though, the idea of never having to clean a litter box is pretty magical sounding. So I don't know. I'd love to hear what other people think about it. But if it's on your list, there's a good price. I think you'll see Amazon kind of hit that price as well. And I can, let's see, I'll plug it into my little back end here and see what I can find too for you. It just takes a minute. Amazon did not make this very simple to search. So I have to do some digging. Oh, yep, there is one that starts tomorrow. And it looks like the Walmart price beats it. But this guy, starting tomorrow, will be a little bit cheaper. The Amazon one, or sorry, the Walmart one, how much was that guy? Yes, so the Walmart guy is gonna beat the Amazon one by about $10. So Walmart's gonna win. Different brand, but if you're wanting this one, it will be on sale tomorrow along with a couple others, but this is the top rated one that will be on sale tomorrow. So I'll leave it at that and not say any more. Okay, let's see. Any deals on charcoal grills, or should I wait until after the summer? So Jeannie, we do have a couple that are in the Walmart sale today. That is not a product that I would purchase on Amazon at all. Amazon will run some sales, but it's really one of those items that's so difficult to ship that typically getting it from a local store is best. You could definitely look and get it online, but then picking it up at a local store or having it shipped to the store tends to make the cheaper price. Once they add in shipping, you're usually getting past that cost. So locally, I think the best you're gonna see is $100 off. You will see lower prices on grills if you'll just wait until Labor Day or the right after Labor Day, when they clearance those items out to make room for all their huge inflatables for Halloween. Some of them maybe even before then, since we need to bring it all in. I was literally in CVS yesterday and they were setting out fall decor items. Guess July 4th's over. This is the next thing coming. I was not quite ready for fall wreaths and doormats, but it's there. So that's really what you're waiting for, are those Home Depot and those Lowe's deals on those grills when they go on clearance. Walmart has about $50 off on some right now. So I would really be watching the Home Depot Lowe's. One option for Home Depot and Lowe's though is watching for the daily deals that they run. And I know that can be annoying because you're literally having to watch every day. But just popping on, seeing what they are, seeing if grills are included that day, and if they're hitting the price points that you want. Still not going to probably hit more than $100 off, but it's $100. So if you don't want to wait until September, that's probably your best price point to look for. High quality pool floats, I found the cheap ones don't last very long. So Stacy, for the high quality ones, where I would look personally is actually at Sam's Club. I don't know if you have a Sam's Club membership, but they have some very good like river run rafts and other floats that they will start to clearance out here in like another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if they haven't already. So looking online, you'll have a lot more options online. The downside is that you usually have to pay for shipping with Sam's, but you're talking about some really good prices on those items once they hit clearance. So that is where I would hunt first. I can even pop over and see if any are showing up online. They've got a few that are on instant savings right now, but these guys, this is a 2-pack. This Intex River Run is $5 off, so this is a $25 purchase. These are some of the best floats that you'll see. Now, this may not be exactly what you're looking for in terms of the pool, but these guys are gonna last. You'll find some others though, they're not on sale right now, but when they do, they will be like these mesh animal rings, the chair floats, they'll all go 50% off. Probably my guess is with their August sale. So they'll run a August sale, usually the first full weekend of August, like 8th, 9th. I haven't actually looked at a calendar recently. Let's see when that's gonna be. Yeah, my guess is August 9th, August 8th, 9th, 10th. They'll run a kind of end of summer, August, back to school. I don't even know. They try to lump a lot of things into this one particular week sale that can make for some really great prices on items at Sam's. I do expect them tomorrow morning to wake up with some deals too, because everyone's trying to play this week, but I don't expect it to be on summer quite yet for them. And by the way, when we talk pool, I do need to mention, or it would be wrong of me, huge sales at Target this week on beach towels and on pool gear. It is the cheap stuff. So you were specifically asking Stacy on the higher quality. Target doesn't really have that. I mean, they've got some nice floats, but I've never had a Target float last past 1 year. I've never had a float last past 1 year, but I also don't buy the high end either. I buy the cheap because my kids never put them away. They just leave them out. I'd rather pay $2 for that. But if you're cool with that, if you are cool with the cheap ones, this is your week at Target. Beach towels are 40% off. Some of the Sun Squad pool floats and whatnot are 50% off. So we are in that $2 to $2.50 range. I was in Target this morning. We're setting up back to school in that back corner. So all of that back corner that has been summer, it needs to leave, and it is on clearance. Basically, they're just giving you circle offers on it, and that's only going to keep going down with what is left. So this is a great time to stock up even for next year on pool towels and other items. Wendy needs a new laptop. I'm also in a new laptop mode, hunting for a college student. So you like HP, you can wait until the school year is further along. So this is what I would do. If you're an HP girl, you're looking for a specific brand, you are going to see some deals. I know Walmart's actually got a really good price. I already had it up and was kind of hunting, starting my hunt. Good price on a Dell. This doesn't get you to the HP, but it does tell you about what to look for. So to give you guys a frame of reference, what you want to be comparing isn't necessarily the brand. I mean, brand is important, don't get me wrong, but it's the speed and it's the processor. So this guy right here was up, not to share with you necessarily, but because I'm hunting for a laptop for a kid. This is an Intel i5. This is their mid-grade, good, high-speed processor. Most of us in our typical uses of a computer do not need an i7, and I would say almost none of us need an i9. You won't even find deals on i9s. i5 is a great computer. It can handle pretty much anything that you throw at it, and it's more speed than just your regular Chromebook or a little i3. So I love the i5. Solid state hard drives are also a great choice. It's less to break. There's no spinning hard drive like old school. It is a solid state, meaning it's kind of like a memory card in a sense, and it is they tend to have a longer life on them. So this computer at Walmart does have both of those. $349 right now, regularly $549. That's a great price, and this is probably the route that I'm going with Dell. If you're looking for HP will start to run some sales this week, but we won't always see a ton of HP online. We see a lot more Dell on various sites. I would watch for deals at Best Buy, and I would watch for deals directly on HP's site. They do a great job on HP's website throwing in deals that are in line with what everyone else is offering. So those are the places that I would look. You can also sign up for HP's alerts and know when those sales are running. We are going to see them run some really great back to school sales. So we're in that window. You may not realize it, but Prime Week is basically like kicking off back to school shopping. That's their goal. That's what they want you to think about too. So you're going to see a lot of backpacks. You're going to see a lot of school supplies. But as soon as Prime Week ends, we're in the heart of back to school shopping. Some of our states are even starting tax-free holidays within the next couple of weeks. So you've got a good window here. This is your best time of the year to buy a laptop. We see the best sales on laptops starting early July through mid-August. It is not a Black Friday item. There are some decent sales, but never as low as we see for back to school. So it's a great time to be on the hunt and watching for what you're looking for. And I would point most of you to a Intel i5 as your processor, focusing on brand second, processor first, brand second. Dell, HP, Acer, Lenovo, those are all great brands if you're wanting to focus on brand as well. Great brands that have a good reputation for being a long-living laptop. That's our goal. I will, in case anyone is wanting us, stick this link into this Dell that I was just showing you guys to. But it is a great price, and it will still be around in the morning. So if you don't have Walmart Plus, you'll be fine to grab this. I don't think it's going to sell out tonight, but gives you a good one to grab, or at least one to measure up against for other things. Okay, and Lily, I agree. So Lily says you really like how Amazon is starting to say whether or not something is recent or regularly returned. Gives you a heads up. Sometimes it is good on those items to look at the reviews, because sometimes it just is giving you a heads up that on clothing that their sizing is off. People aren't complaining about the quality, but maybe that, oh, I ordered a small and it fit like a pillowcase, or whatever the case might be. So it's a good one to always look at the reviews right then and see why are people returning it. But on any kind of tech or gear, something is up and you can just back away very quickly, right? April, any deals on pencil sharpeners for a classroom? That's very specific. And I haven't necessarily looked for that one in particular. Let's see what we can find. I almost feel like that's one that in today's world, so many people are now using mechanical pencils. I'm not sure what we'll find. There are some deals on the Walmart side. I don't know that any of them are any more magical than we would normally see. Let me see what I can find on the Amazon side really quick. Sorry guys, the Amazon side. This is a new platform that they built us that I can search everything, but it is literally, it's a lot of things, so it's kind of slow. We're gonna search across office products, and I'm not able to search by brand, so I'm just kind of going through the list here. Not seeing anything in terms of their top products or sales. What I would do, and just a tip in general, when you're hunting for something like this, it's really specific. She wants a pencil sharpener for a school classroom. So April, a really great way to handle this is actually to go to Amazon site, if you're wanting to shop on Amazon for that, to search for what you're looking for. And I'm actually gonna put in pencil sharpener classroom. Find one that you like. Find one that has great reviews. Find one that has a great brand. It's got, like this guy has 18,000 reviews. That sounds like a pretty legit pencil sharpener. But what I would do is put this in your cart. And if I put it into my cart, I'm gonna know if it goes any lower. So I'm not gonna buy it now. I'm just gonna put it in my cart. There's a coupon. Go ahead, apply it. I'm gonna add to cart. I don't need a protection plan. It's gonna sit in my cart, but the reason I wanna put it in my cart is that now I can go to my cart. I have a lot of things in my cart, and they're not all for me. Sometimes they're just testing deals. But I get this box at the top of my cart, and if you're on a phone, you probably can't even begin to read it, but it's telling me 5 items in my cart have gone down in price. 3 items in my cart have, 5 items have gone up in price. 3 items have gone down in price. So it's telling me how things are changing. So going ahead and putting something in your cart now helps you to keep an eye on it. And anytime I come into my cart, I can immediately see how things have changed on those particular items. If it's something that you're wanting and you're waiting for them to go lower, many times Amazon will also email you if the price goes significantly lower. So not only am I going to see that alert in my cart, but I'm also going to get an email that says, hey, something in your cart is on sale now. So it's a great way for you to not miss that it did go lower, especially if you are either brand specific or really product specific. Maybe you've got a few brands you're cool with, then put all 3 of them in your cart. The other thing you can do, I guess this is another step to this process. In case you're like us, my husband and I, we share this account, and he would be like, I don't know, she's got it in there and I want to check out. So he would end up buying it. I didn't want you to do that. So what you can do is put it in your cart and then quickly just come right in and hit the Save for Later button. So this just moves it out of your immediate cart, still gonna track it, still gonna alert you when I come to my cart. It's gonna alert me when that price changes. It's still gonna send me an email if that price changes, but I don't have to worry about somebody trying to help me out and finishing a transaction thinking I paused or I didn't finish. No, I was just, pondering. I was waiting for the sale. So this way we wait with the item not directly in the cart is the safe way to play this game. But it's great to get those alerts and not miss a sale if that particular item does go on sale. Okay, Yeti, Stanley, Hydro Flasks. I love that you're willing to take any of those brands, Lily. Way to go. Let's not be super brand specific. So I will say for Stanley, we've been seeing a lot of brands on specific colors pop in. So if you're not necessarily worried about a particular brand on Stanley, be willing to take any color. There are some sales. Let's see, we've got a number starting tomorrow on Amazon. Various colors. It looks like the Stanley Quenchers. So our favorite Stanley Quenchers, they're going to be on lightning deal, which means that when they run out, they run out. That lightning deal, by the way, is going to start at 3 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to run all day until it runs out, but there's a number of quenchers, a number of ice flows, all going to be on a lightning deal starting tomorrow. Some of them are not lightning. Some will last longer. So that's a plus. But in the $24 range, regularly $45. So it's kind of fun. So I would watch that one on Amazon. It is going to be specific colors. So when you head over to those pages, you're going to want to click around. So when you head to the pages, clicking around, I can, this one is actually only pulling up one color. So I can tell you, I can give you this one. This guy, if you like this particular color, will be included. I don't know what color you're looking for, but in the $24 range. And I just stuck that in the comments, guys, but not that I told you, come tomorrow. And there's a few others that will be included too, so it's not just this color, but there are a bit. And then the ice flows, which are the ones that have they're leak proof, unlike the quenchers, with the handle that goes this way versus the handle that's like a mug. Let's see, we've also got a green and a blue. The green and blue are going to be $27. I'm just going through colors to give you some more ideas here. A lot of ice flows, all in the $22 range. So hopefully that helps you. Give me a little heads up on those. Yetis, that is not one that we see Amazon sell. And usually the best price we'll see on Yeti is a 20% discount, just wherever anyone's running them. We have seen some decent prices at Dick's Sporting Goods and Academy Sports as they clearance things out. Those are local sales though, and are a as you find them. So just to be on the alert if you're wanting that specific brand. It's harder to find, and not really sold online as much as Stanley is. Hydro Flask, let's check that one. Just to, make sure we talk everyone here. So lots of deals there too, all also starting tomorrow. These are not lightning deals. These will just run. So we have all the various different varieties of tumblers are going to be about 35% off starting tomorrow. Oh, some, if you're cool with magenta pink, as much as 40% off. So Hydro Flask 2, kind of in that, the cheapest one is 19. The most expensive is about 25. In terms of what's matching. They're the same styles that are matching Stanley that are going to be on sale, just different colors. So giving you that price point. And Amazon is telling me on my little grid that those prices are matching the year-to-date lowest prices. Some of them are beating the year-to-date lowest prices. So decent prices on both of those brands, Lily. Okay. Any ice makers or smart thermostats? So I don't know how big you want to go here on the ice makers. If you're willing to go all the way to the GE Opal, we are going to see that if it's not already. That is one that Walmart really loves to put deals on. So that's your top of the line, your GE Opal. Hold on, making things mess up on my screen. But there are a couple at Walmart that are already on early access with these other brands on ice makers. Read the reviews. This is really important. What do they do when they defrost? So do they keep it cold? Do they only keep it cold when you've plugged it in? Knowing how this is going to handle it. So this is where that GE Opal wins. That GE Opal is crazy expensive, but it does win because it is constantly recycling the ice. As the ice melts, the ice drips down into the bottom. It then makes new ice out of it. So finding out what happens in the reviews with the melted ice, a lot of reviews on some of the cheaper ones in the like $50 price range will be that you kind of end up with puddles. So definitely do your homework on these before you dive in. I do love them. I will tell you, it gets addictive having an extra ice maker, but just make sure you know what you're diving into. And again, just like the Robo Vacuum, stick with ones that have a lot of reviews, not a few. So that's a crazy good price, but 28 reviews, not enough to go on this. I think you will end up being a little grumpy as to how well they work. So looking in the hundreds, this guy at 1,000 reviews, he could be kind of decent. He may be worth grabbing. But typically when we start to get into a ton of them, you'll start to see a lot of negative reviews on what they're doing when they defrost or when the ice melts. That's the biggest issue with them. So just a little, warning from people who own one. Okay. Yes, and a lot of folks are putting out that back to school, Wendy, so it's there. That is this week. And before this became Prime Week, it used to just be back to school week. This would be the week that I was pulling out our Office Depot ads and our Staples ads and starting to type all those up. Now what we see from those stores is a sale that just runs the whole summer. They don't put out a different ad each week. So some of our back to school strategy has changed through the years. But we'll go through this week and then we'll start to see all the truly back to school promotions start as soon as Prime Week is over. Dog grooming is another thing you'd like to find deals on. So when you say dog grooming, that could be kind of a wide category. Oh, hold on, didn't show you that page. There are a couple things. I was chatting with someone recently about my favorite thing for pet grooming, and I don't know if I can figure out Might not be able to find that one. So one thing that you may find deals on, if you have a dog that has really long hair, I'm probably not spelling it right. There we go. This guy. So there's a few brands that are sold by this company. This is an Groomer. And once you find the Groomer, it's really in the horse category. So a neighbor of ours that has a number of horses recommended this to us. You can see I've actually purchased it one time in the past. This is a horse, like you just run it down their coat to brush them, but it works amazingly well on dogs. And there's a couple of other brands that are very similar to this. So if you want to hop on Amazon once you find the Groomer, usually you'll see some others that I was hoping it would just spit them out below, because my brain is not thinking of we have a couple and I can't think of the other names. Amazon's not being nice and making that easy on me though. But this is a great one. I don't know if you'll see it on sale. It is made in the US and is just a small company that offers them. But there's a few that are very, very similar. So you're looking for that de-shedding brush. It's just a blade basically. And it works incredibly well on shedding dogs. So it's not necessarily what you asked for. I don't know if there'll be a deal on it, but if there was, this would be one that I would give you a huge thumbs up on grabbing. Other things for pet care, I think you will see on Amazon, we're already seeing a lot of coupon related things. So for our consumables, so this is your like household cleaning, your grocery, we're gonna see a big push on that. Walmart's even got some things included in their sale that is grocery and household related. So it could be a good time to stock up on some other things. So as you talk dog grooming, if we're just talking like shampoo, those types of items, those could be great stock up items. We'll have to kind of wait and see what Amazon throws at us, because it's definitely not something that I can search for on my back end. But those are some things that you could go hunting for. Scotty's chiming in. I've heard of this one. I've not ever used it, but I've heard of it. I would love to know, what your take was, Scotty, on the Flowbee. I remember seeing a lot of commercials for things that were similar to that Flowbee system. So this was the one that he just chimed in on. That's like the vacuum for dogs. I've seen some people who are actual dog groomers using something very similar. Lots of fun videos watching huskies get trimmed. I don't know if any of y'all end up with these random videos in your social media feed, but social media thinks that I really like huskies. They're very fun, but that is one that I see regularly on those dogs as well. Okay, and Amanda chimed in on computer deals too, so I'm not sure, Amanda, when you commented and whether or not you were there when I was showing the laptop, but there is a great deal on Dell. I stuck that in the comments a bit ago. That is on Walmart. We are going to see more on Amazon and Best Buy. So Best Buy ran a July 4th sale that ended yesterday, and they're starting a Prime sale that starts tomorrow. So a lot of stores are kind of waiting to start when Amazon starts tomorrow. I would expect some more laptops in that Best Buy sale. I would also expect us to see Dell and HP run it directly on their site, so going directly to those sites too. But that Dell on Walmart that I already put in is a great price. It's an Intel i5. It's in that $349 price range, which is usually the price point that we see for an i3. So you're getting a much faster processor and decent amount of memory there for really the value of a lower value computer. So it's a good price. Okay. Oh yes, Amazon does. So Amazon always runs discounts on streaming. These have already started on their streaming channels. If you head over to Amazon and you are hunting, you look in Prime Video and then head to their Prime Video section, you will see all of their streaming deals. And sometimes it can be a little hard to find. Come on. I was hoping it would just pop right in, but he's not being easy. But from their Prime Video side, you're really looking for channels if you can find it, or just scroll down and you'll see things that are on sale as you keep going. Lots of things in Prime Video right now. Oh, there we go. Early Prime Day deals. So these are ones that you can pay to rent, but you'll also find some Prime Day channels that are part of a 99-cent to have them for the next 2 months, which is a great price. So it's 99 cents a month for 2 months. Just make sure when you sign up that you add this to your calendar to cancel in 2 months so that you do not miss that. And with Amazon, I will say in their managing platform, you can always cancel early. You'll still have it until the date that you would have had it that second month. You can't cancel right after you sign up, or you only get 1 month for 99 cents. But really, as soon as that second month starts, you could go ahead and cancel, and you would finish the second month of the deal at 99 cents. So if you wanted to grab any of those deals, you can, and then you would be set and not have to remember down to the day to cancel them. They're just not a deal once you forget and pay full price on that third month. It makes you really feel like you got taken at that point. So definitely add it to your calendar. Tip Man Lover, I've got a lot of dentists cleaning teeth. I have seen a few, but that is funny. There are some, famous dentists now on social media, which is funny. Okay, let's see. Going through everything, slim car seats. So Mickey, I will tell you, there is a very long list of Graco deals and other car seat deals that all start tomorrow on Amazon. So if you've got some particular brands, I would go ahead and throw them in your cart too, and have them ready because they're probably on sale. But Graco in particular, probably about 50 different things that are on sale in the Graco brand. Many of them at their year-to-date lowest prices, looking at the little chart that I have on the Amazon backend. So that's a great one if you're looking in that realm. Any good deals on kids' toys and clothes? So Tim Man Lover, I was mentioning this one earlier. We do have some sales on toys. They have already started a few on the Walmart side. A lot of what we're going to see this week is going to be the kind of classic toy items. So you're going to see some discounts on Lego. You're going to see some discounts on just puzzles. Target's running buy two, get one free across the board on a lot of movies, puzzles, and games. But our high end or our like Christmas wow kind of toys, that's not now. That is really waiting until closer to the holidays. They know that that's really how your kids work, right? If we went ahead and we bought kids' toys now for Christmas, they would just change their mind. That wouldn't be what they would want, and you would be very frustrated. So we will see some discounts on toys, but not really a lot there. Most of what we're seeing is household, some large toys, so like ride-ons, bouncy items, a lot of pool deals. Walmart's got pools up to 40% off. So big things, but not your brands that are like a licensed brand toy put under the Christmas tree kind of toy. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. To keep going. And are the Walmart deals in store? No. So you can buy some of them for in-store pickup, but all of these deals for the Walmart deals are online only this week. Whenever they match Prime Week, they match it as being entirely online. So when we see Black Friday, we do see a wave of those deals being available in store. You're not going to see that on these deals. So you can get in-store pickup on some of them, but you're going to need to grab them online if you're going to want those prices. Okay. I'm so glad that worked today, Wendy. I also bought a $50 CVS gift card this week and got my $15 in extra care bucks. It's a very fun deal. Easy 30% savings at CVS on those gift cards. And Nicole, any deals on dash cams? Yes, we will see some deals. That's an Amazon one. We have some that Walmart will throw in, but they're really all third party. It's not something that Walmart sells particularly. So when we're dealing with third-party sellers, a lot of times we actually get a better price over on Amazon. Many times it's the same seller, better price over on Amazon than we see on Walmart for those items. Don't tell Walmart I told you that. But It's the truth. So I would wait for tomorrow on those dash cams. We're going to see a lot of what I would call small tech there. So dash cams, our door locks, our, your Blink cameras, any Amazon brands, they're already on sale. But with the dash cams, that Rove dash cam is one of the most loved, best reviewed. So that's ROVE. We see a lot of those, and I've never really had anybody complain. We've posted that deal a lot. A lot of people rave about them. So that is one that I would expect to see some good deals on tomorrow. It's not one that I'm able to search across some brands. It's not a huge brand, so it's not showing up in my little spreadsheet here from Amazon, but I do expect it to be on sale tomorrow. And is already one that is on my list to make sure that I pull when I wake up in the morning for everybody. Will it be cheaper in November? Potentially, but that is one of those items that is coming from China 100% for the deals that we're going to see. It's not a made in America item. So that is one where potentially grabbing it now under lower tariffs is going to be your better bet than grabbing it in November. I don't think the price is going to go much further down in November than what you see this week, if any at all. So I would go ahead, if there's a decent price this week, and grab it this week. Okay, what about tablet deals? So Aiden, it depends on the brand that you're wanting. Amazon tablets already on sale at really great prices. So Amazon always puts their brands on sale, usually a week or so before everybody else's. So if you're interested in a Fire tablet, I'm stuck in Prime Video land here. If you're interested in a Fire tablet, a lot of them are already on discount with Fire tablets. Like this Fire 10 HD is $69. This is where I encourage you to pause and say, okay, what do I want to do with this tablet? Because if what you want to do is watch TV, surf the internet, this guy's going to do it. If you have something that you want to run specific apps on, like you're wanting it to run, I don't even know what those apps might be, but what I would recommend is let's search and see where that app is available. So this is why I warn you here. So Fire devices are awesome for watching TV, streaming, email, web surfing, all of those things. They can do it, reading books like a pro. They can't do the apps as well because most app developers do not want to create an app for the Amazon store, which you have to. It's not you can't use the Android Play or the Apple Store for Fire devices. But if what I want to do doesn't require some funky app to do it, this guy's great. And you're not going to get tablets any cheaper than you will Fire tablets. So I would point most people to a Fire tablet for most of what they want to do. Even my couponers, just check, do a hunt. See if the Ibotta app and the other apps that you want to use are in the Fire store or the Amazon app store, and you're good to go. And I don't know that. I use my phone for that and not a tablet. So you can do the homework for me on that one. But I would point you to Fire tablets for pretty much everything else. If you're looking for the iPad, there will be some sales on it this week. We've got a lot of competing sales, so pick the site you want. They're almost all going to match each other. So Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, everyone's going to have the same price there on those Apple devices because Apple doesn't really give anyone an exclusive lower price. They give them all the right to sell it and to put a little tiny discount on it. That is also one that usually Black Friday we do see lower prices, specifically on Apple devices. The other secondary tablet that I would recommend folks to look at are Samsung tablets. Samsung makes a great tablet that is in that 8-inch range and is also less than $100 when it's on sale. So another one, that one you're going to pull apps from the Android store. You're going to have a lot of choices because pretty much everyone who has an Apple app has an Android app. So if you're not wanting to go in the Fire category, maybe the Samsung category and save a little bit of money over that huge cost of an Apple. Okay. Oh, and yes, Lily, thank you for chiming in on that one. So Amazon does have another way that brings these costs lower. I clicked on mine just so you could see it because it is going to throw it in there with everyone. So if you already own a Fire device, it knows that because it's Amazon, and it's going to show you if you're willing to upgrade your device that you actually can get it even cheaper. And yours may be even cheaper than mine. I have a lot of very old Fire devices, so it knows that, and my special upgrade offer is not that grand because my devices are not worth a lot of money. This is basically a trade-in offer, and they're giving you a discount to trade in a device. Also, to take this another step further, Amazon devices in particular, if you have an Amazon credit card and purchase any Amazon devices, I'll zoom in on this one too just so you can see it. During Prime Week, we also see this for Black Friday, but they offer 10% back on items that you purchase with your Prime Visa that are Amazon brand items. Now they're offering 6% back on a lot of other items as well this week, but 10% goes as high on Amazon brands. You'll actually see as high as 20% on participating brands that are just running it as a promotion. But if you've already got that Amazon card or you wanted to get it, it could be an extra perk too that's giving you a little bit more of a discount on those devices. So lots of things that you can play in there to make a deal even better. Okay. And Kindles. So Melissa, we do have some discounts on Kindles in particular. Like if you're looking for that, what is it? The Paperwhite? I can never remember what all the various versions of Kindle are. In terms of the discounts, they're not as big as we see on the Fire tablets, but there are some. And the largest discounts that we're seeing are on the Kindle Kids. I don't know the difference here between a Kindle Kid and a Kindle Adult. Part of me would feel like it's time to research it because this guy is a lot cheaper than some of the Kindle Adult versions. But there are some discounts there. We will see some larger discounts potentially on Kindles around Black Friday. It's not one that they discount as much as they discount their Fire tablets. I think a piece of that is that this is no longer their number one seller. Those Fire tablets are their number one sellers, not their Kindles. So if that is the market that you're in, I may wait on the adult versions till closer to the holidays to see if we see anything lower. A lot of them are just full price right now. With those Kindles, if they're not on sale right now, they are not going to be on sale tomorrow. So Amazon has already put all of their brand items on sale. Those prices aren't going to change in the morning. You could potentially look at Kohl's or some other sites there and pair in some Kohl's Cash on those items, but you're not going to get them any lower. Meta Quest 3s. That is potentially, let's see what we have running at Walmart right now for it. Everyone is banking on the, we do have a discount that is an early access at Walmart. A lot of people are putting all their effort into the Switch 2s, so that's kind of what I was a little hesitant as to whether or not we'd see a discount. It's not a huge discount here, but this is your Meta Quest 3 that, and I'll stick a link in. It's $249 right now at Walmart, and it has is $50 off. With these, with the Meta Quest, make sure you're getting the gigabytes that you want. There are some different models depending on which one you grab that you have the right size. So that was a 128. The 256 is also on sale. I know nothing about these, but I do know that if they don't have enough speed on the memory side, they can't really run the platforms very well. So look at reviews and make sure you're getting what you want to be getting there. It looks like you can go all the way up to a 512 on that. So that Walmart price, that $249 price that we're seeing that I stuck in the link, you're not going to see anyone else offer that really any cheaper. This is just like those Apple products where we see one price across everybody. That is the price that Meta is allowing it to be discounted for this sale round. Will we see it any lower over Black Friday? I kind of doubt it on this one. That's about what we saw for Black Friday last year, was just about a $50 discount. Pairing in where we're going to deal with some other costs around electronics, I think this is probably your best bet. So if you wanted to, you could always wait. It'll be the same price potentially, but I don't think it's gonna be lower come Christmas on that one. And Tim Ann Lover saying Switch 2 is totally worth the buy. You love it a ton. I have heard people say that. I've also heard negative on Switch 2 and saying that it also is running really slow and not able to handle it. But I'm glad to hear that you give it a vote of confidence there. You say it's worth it. Let's see. Okay. Lots of things. Water picks. So Marilyn, that is one that we see almost all the time. Crazy, crazy cheap on various brands of water picks. I do suspect that we will see some tomorrow. If you will send me a Facebook message, Marilyn, I will hunt for some in the morning and send them to you. We see a lot of them that are in the like $15 range on little rechargeable, almost like handheld water picks. That's the big one that has become very, very popular. But I will happily send you some that we spot once the sales start on the Amazon side. I can tell you that's not something I can search for in their massive system. They don't let me just search for a product. I have to know, like, I have to pick from a list of participating brands or participating products, and it's not as thorough as I would like, but it is usable. It is much more usable than what they've given us for prior sales, so I'm not complaining. But it's not super simple to use for very small type items. Okay, perfect. And yes, and the Switch 2 base console is on sale right now to Tin Man Lover, so it's part of the Walmart early release deals for anyone that's wanting it. That was one of the first things that we hit on or talked on earlier. Okay, so let me recap here. We went through a lot of things. What are we expecting this week? Walmart sales have already started. Target sales also already started on Sunday. Target is running a daily deal every single day. So if you head to Target, I was currently looking at white tablecloths because I don't know about anyone else, but I'm trying to use this sale to knock out anything wedding related that I can. But head to Target and go straight to top deals. You will see the deals for the day there, and there are daily deals every day. So Lily, there we go. I almost made you miss it, but you've also got 30% off Hydro Flask today. I'm telling you already that tomorrow's prices are in that $25 to $29 range on Amazon, so you can kind of compare that to see if you hit it. We are seeing a few today only deals too, by the way. That's not just like one product. So this was 3 today, and these are some of their top sellers, so it's kind of fun. So watch that on Target's site every single day. Walmart deals, for anyone that doesn't have Walmart Plus, they go live tonight at midnight Eastern. Amazon deals go live at 3 a.m. Eastern. I'm not waiting up for that, but I am setting an alarm for 6. So I will get started pulling deals and posting things a little bit after they go live. Sorry guys, just 3 a.m. Eastern's killer, but 6 will be okay. So that's your window. Kohl's has started their cyber sale. That also already started today. Everyone that is not Amazon is running their sales through at least Saturday the 12th. Amazon is ending their deals on the 11th. So what we typically see is that Amazon picks their days and then everybody else picks a bigger window before and after Amazon. We'll open the deals early and we'll leave them around longer is their game. Also look for some other sites that you may not expect, guys. Old Navy is running 50% off the entire site. This includes their really fun Disney crossover line and a few other crossover and licensed character brands that they run. So 50% off the entire site. That is online only. Most of these are online only. You're going to see this on other sites too. So Land's End, Keds, Anthropologie. I mean, everybody is trying to play. So if there is something that you've been waiting on, this is a really great week to do that. Grab that item. You can always return it. That's my plan. I actually have 2 Mother of the Bride dresses in my cart, hoping that they're going to go a little cheaper tomorrow, grabbing them, and then I can return the one that I did not like, but I'm happy to go about it this way and hopefully get a deal, right? So don't be hesitant on these things. Remember that returns are doable in most cases, and grabbing what you want to grab, figuring it out, if that's where you are, if you're in my boat or something similar, not missing the sale can be important on some of these big ticket items. So all sales on Amazon ending on the 11th, which is Friday. Target's going to end on Saturday, and Walmart is going all the way till Sunday because they just felt like that was winning, I guess. But you've got a lot of time there this week to be able to compare across these sites. So starting tomorrow on Southern Savers, we are going to be pulling together lists of top laptop deals, top Apple deals, etc., from across all the sites and putting them together into one post for you to try to narrow that down. So you can also watch for those. It's going to take me a few hours to compile everything in the morning, but should have most of them up starting around lunchtime tomorrow. They'll definitely be in tomorrow's email. So make sure you check your email tomorrow for some of those kind of top roundup deals if you're looking for those specific items. If there are other things that you're looking for, though, I'm happy to help. So send me messages. Happy to be a personal shopper and help you hunt down those deals. The easy way to do that is on Facebook. So send me a direct message or a message through Facebook to the Southern Savers page. Happy to help. You can also send me an email. Sometimes those get a little bogged down, but Jenny@SouthernSavers.com. Happy to try to keep an eye on that and make sure I don't miss anything there too. So lots of things. Let's see. And I did do so we just covered grocery stores, Lily, probably about 3 weeks ago on a Q&A. But my plan is to kind of put that into the routine like every 6 weeks, that we do a grocery 101 and a drugstore 101 every 6 weeks. So we will try to hit that one again soon. Next week, my plan is actually back to school because as Tim Van Lover was saying, and I was sharing earlier too, that's really what's normally this week, but it's Prime Week this week. So we're going to get through this week with all the Prime Week deals. Next week, we're going to hit all of the back to school, what to expect, who has the lowest prices, where to stock up, all those things. So don't focus on any tiny back to school things this week. That's not your goal. This week is not tiny. We're not buying crayons this week. If you want to, you can, but they're going to be around. So focus on the big stuff this week, and we're going to hit all of that next week with our Q&A. I will be back on tomorrow. That's my plan with drugstore deals. If I don't pop in, then look for me on Wednesday. It just depends on how bogged down I get with all of these Prime Day deals. I've got CVS done and updated. I still need to finish Walgreens though. But hopefully I will be live tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the drugstore video to go through all of the new deals that are running at CVS and at Walgreens, because we did not do a video last week, so that you are set for this week's deals in the drugstore. So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to, we're just going to make it happen, hopefully. If anything, we'll cover CVS. How's that? So I'll be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I will make it happen, Anna. And we'll cover all those drugstore deals. And then next week on Monday night, we will hit all of our back to school. So you guys have a great week. If there are deals you want, please let me know. I will be glad to help you find them.